Welcome to More Than Mindset, the only podcast that bridges the gap between spirituality and success. Go beyond the mind with clarity and confidence coach Kim Guillory and learn how to integrate your passion to serve with your skills and experience to create a business you love. Let's get started.
Hey folks, welcome back. Just so you know, making a little documentation here, we are opening back up out here in Louisiana. We're at a phase 1, 25% of most businesses. That is excluding massage therapy, which I could have a whole other conversation about, but I'm not. I'm just going to get right into the good stuff here. So wherever you are located at, I hope your world is amazing and coming into some kind of new normalcy, whatever that's going to look like. I have no doubt in my mind that things will not be the same. Businesses will not reopen. Things will not be understood or experienced the same, very much like after 9/11 and other tragedies. It just makes a little shift in us. So I say, let's look at the great points about that and see what opportunity opens up for us. How can we evolve from this new experience? Okay. So here's a little bit about what we're going to do today. I am talking about the simple business trifecta for entrepreneurs who want to create 5K consistent months. I'm doing a masterclass today, and I've been talking about it in my Facebook group. And for those who are not in the Facebook group already, guys, you got to come over. We're talking all about better health, wealth, relationships, spirituality. We are like killing it up in there. A lot of support, a lot of coaches. Myself, I'm teaching. We're doing group meditations. We're talking about releasing chronic pain as well as chronic scarcity and settling. So how we do anything is how we do everything. So for those who are coming over from the TMS community, and you are listening to the podcast because you've heard me interviewed on other podcasts about how I healed myself from physical conditions, then this also is speaking to you, but today I'm going to do it in the form of business. So just replace your pain with money because it's all the same. We either lack in healing relationships, healing our money story, healing ourself. It's kind of all the same thing. It all comes from your beliefs. What I mean by more than mindset, it's not just your thoughts. These beliefs are unconscious and they've been with you for so long that you just think they're truth. We're going to bust that up. Anyway, come on over to the group if you need support. I welcome you there. But for the podcast today, we're going to talk about the simple business trifecta for entrepreneurs. And I want to talk to you about selling and scaling. If you are in the mind-body business, and what that means is you are a health and wellness practitioner, a massage therapist, a Reiki master, anyone that helps someone else heal their health, wealth, and relationships, this is for you. 3 things you need to know to make more money, to help more people, and to create more impact as a service-based entrepreneur. I want you to get your paper and pens out for this one, guys. Silence your phone, turn everyone else off, come sit in a private room, a private space, give me your full attention. We are going to crank down on the myths. So if you have experienced the confusion about all of this complicated systems, lead pages, Facebook ads, webinars, challenging funnels and email automations and landing pages and all of that stuff, and it is confusing you, I have some great news for you. We're going to release all of that and we're going to step into simplicity and making money, doing what you love. I'm going to take you through 3 steps and tell you why they're important. And at the end, I have a little bonus for you, a little game-changing understanding or concept. You don't want to miss that. And then I'm going to make you an offer to start making 5K months now. Ready? Okay. Those who don't know me, I'm an integrative life coach. And what that means is I have been trained in several healing modalities, as well as coaching, yoga, massage therapy, like all of the things. And I put all of that together in a very unique system or unique approach, simple 5 steps that freaking changes your world. That's basically what it is. I've integrated all of the trainings with coaching And we are now blowing minds and healing lives. This is what I discovered, or what I wish I had known through all of those years of experience, all of those trainings, all of the clients, and my own years of healing myself, not just my physical body, but of scarcity and money stories. Do you know there was a time where I didn't have a home? I was pregnant, just me, myself, and baby, and had no place to live. It was kind of freaky. I have experienced some kind of dark nights and come out on the other side. So I want to share some of this with you. I've made multiple six figures in my business. And if you add my years of business together, I've made over $1 million. So I think I know what I'm doing. And I've done it without the complicated systems, without the email list, without the website, sales, I've done it in these 3 simple ways. And I want to share that with you today. What I did is I went full circle all the way to the route to hit $400,000 and then thought I was doing it wrong and that I needed to know all of these systems. And I got all into this complicated mess. And then I realized, OMG, it's the same thing. So I simplified it in a way that I can teach brand new entrepreneurs coming in. I don't mean you don't have to be brand new in the way that, I just decided to be an entrepreneur. I'm talking about a money-making entrepreneur. Plenty of people can call themselves entrepreneurs. I know plenty in direct sales who consider themselves an entrepreneur, but they have yet to make a $1,000 month. So what I mean by that is a brand new, has not figured out a system that consistently brings in traffic and money. Okay. So that's what I want to help you with. So I found the missing gap in the online world, as well as the service-based industry. Coming in as a cosmetologist, massage therapist, like all of those things, I did the hands-on as well as the coaching. And just so you know, same problem. All right. No one was offering practical business training. The actual implementing process, the part that, when you become the entrepreneur, that part. So let's get started. I'm going to tell you this from the start right now. I'm going to warn you, your brain will likely complicate this. It's going to give you some suggestions and it's going to want to not listen. It's going to be resistant. Totally normal. Our brain doesn't really like simple. It likes problem solving. So we have to train it to receive in a different kind of way. So I'm just going to say that. I guarantee you, if you just let it babble, yawka wonka wonk, like Charlie Brown, the students in the Charlie Brown where they just listen to your brain, wah, 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 wah. Let it talk and bring your focus and attention back to the teachings I'm offering you today. I guarantee this will shift the way you do business and show you how to do it with simplicity and ease. Step 1. You have to know who you are in the industry. You have to know what problem you solve and how you solve it. Who do you solve it for? Needs to be super clear. I know you've heard all of the niche drama and possibly gotten stuck in it for years. That is not what I'm talking about here. You do not have to dial it down in that way, but you do have to know who are you. If I just asked you that, hi, how's it going? So what do? You should be able to tell me. And who do you help? Oh, and how do you do that? It's that simple. Guys, I'm not kidding. This is huge. Hundreds, thousands of people get caught up in that one simple question. Do you know who you are, what you help with, and how you do it? Okay, that's number 1. Number 2, you have to know how to intentionally believe. So I created the intentional belief triad. So it's 3 things you need to know about believing. It's not just logical. That's called thought bypassing. When you just find this thought that I believe I can do it, but you don't really believe the thought, there's a problem. And so it's about believing on 3 layers. Knowing with your head, I know it, and then feeling it. and then filling in knowing it so much that you actually do the action steps. And number 3, you have to have some strategy and structure. So I'll just say, like, you have to have this container, this business container, where you understand, like a bird's eye view. So I created this 5-step system to create anything consciously. So I use that. So you have to know these 3 things, and then you have to have some structure. You have to have a strategy. You have to have some sort of system or understanding how to sell. Did you know that selling was a skill set? Yeah. So quit beating yourself up and just know that there's something to learn here. Are you willing to receive these 3 simple steps without saying, I already know that? Because there's a, I know that, but then there's this, oh, yeah, I get that. See if you can feel the difference. There's I know, and that's where our ego is always tricking us up because it's so sure that it knows, and it's so, oh yeah, that's it. Oh yeah, I already know that. But you honestly, you are hurting yourself and you're in resistance because you're not learning what you don't know when you say that. So I want you to be really hard on yourself right now. I want you to dive in and ask yourself these really serious questions. If someone asked me today, do I know who I am, what problem I solve, and how I solve it? Like, is it super clear that my 5th grade nephew or niece would understand what I was saying? So that's step 1. Step 2, you believe it to the bone, viscerally, to the organs. You feel it. And you know it in your knowing. 3 layers of belief. You know it so much that you actually take action as if it were already done and you have the results right now. So I'm going to just tell you right now, if you don't have the results, then you are not doing one of these 3 things. You are not believing fully. You're tricking yourself up by using thought bypassing or affirmations, but you're not really shifting through the unconscious beliefs and uprooting the limiting beliefs. That's the problem. And that is the work that a coach can help you do because we cannot see it. We've been believing it so long we think it's truth. We think it's a fact, like we would put it on the circumstance line. We're just like, yep, that's for real. That's true. That's just how it is. And we don't see that it's optional. And you can stay stuck in that for a lifetime. I see it all the time. And then step 3 is this really simple strategy and structure that will take you from, like, if you can look at it in a bird's eye view, it would be like simplicity moving into stability into scaling. See if that makes sense to you. So it'd be really simple, structured, have some strategy, and then you would be able to scale it. That's the 3 things that you absolutely have to do to get started. And guys, telling you, I've made a lot of money just on those 3 things. So if you're not making consistent money right now, you're not making $5,000 to $25,000 a month in your business, it means you're either not clear and specific, you don't believe on all 3 layers. So it's one of those or maybe all 3. So it's up to you to really investigate your business. Once you know these things, then you just get really clear, confident, committed, and you cultivate it until you create it. It's really, really simple. The 4 steps are choose, commit, cultivate, and continue. Then I added an extra. Make sure you get some coaching to train your brain how to work for you, like how to monetize your magic. This is super important. If you continue having these unattended thoughts or beliefs, you're just going to keep creating the same frustration, the same scarcity, the same settling. So ask yourself, how long has it been since I've had consistent sales and clients? And get honest. Go look in your checkbook, write it all down, take a good look at it. Get honest with yourself. And as promised, a little bonus for you. So that is what's costing you money rather than creating it right now. So this is something that I'm going to speak to because it's basically new entrepreneurs. And it's the 4 stages of business. What most do not understand is that the first stage of entrepreneurship is more of this amateur or wantpreneur. And listen, there's no shame in that. It's actually just a stage. It's a part of. And if you are resisting being that, you are likely missing out on a lot of money. I made a lot of money as a wantpreneur, like the person who just had an idea and offered it to people. I made so much money. That's how I fell in love with business. Like when I first opened up my nail and tanning salon, I was like freaked out how fast, like the money just started coming in and then everything was paid off. And then I was like, oh my God, that was so fun. I want to do that again. I was clueless. I was 24 years old. I had no idea how to do business. So you can make a lot of money in the stage one. But if you are trying to be the scalable entrepreneur before you go through the stages, you're going to keep falling flat. And that is the bonus gift I have for you today. I want to invite you to consider that there is a process to becoming an entrepreneur. So you could capital B, B-E, you could be /coming entrepreneur and still call yourself an entrepreneur. Okay, it's kind of the same thing. An entrepreneur is a person who has very creative ideas, who loves taking chances and putting it out there and seeing how it flies. And we love to watch things just come crumbling down and rebuild them. Like that's that creative zone of genius in us that we just, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love other people who want to create things in the world, who want to create money, who want to tap into their possibility and their potentiality. And I want to just tell you, if you have something that you've always wanted to share with the world, like you're my dream client. Like I want to help you break through all the reasons why you don't think you can do it and show you how to stand in your power, in your knowing, and go out there and serve and do what makes you come alive and satisfied and fulfilled. And like, you have to learn the skill sets and then you have to learn the structure and strategy of business. And I find that's what's missing in the industry is a lot of people are calling themselves entrepreneur. We're seeing it on the rise. So many more people want to do it now, especially since this whole Corona incident. Like do their own thing, not be locked in this system or cage. And I am super passionate about that. I felt that way 25 years ago. I surely feel even more passionate about it now. So that's the bonus I wanted to share with you is be where you are and don't try to move into scaling. Right now, if you're the entrepreneur or the wantpreneur, you're just kind of trying to figure out what your system is. You just know at this point, I want to help people. I know how to do energy work, or I know how to do coaching, or I'm a massage therapist, or I know how to help people heal their bodies. Maybe I'm a psychotherapist, or whatever your modality of training is right now. What I help you do is integrate coaching with that so that you have an integrated process. Okay. So that's one thing that I do. But in this particular training, it's the person who already has the skill set, who already wants to help people. You just haven't figured out how to make steady money and steady traffic come to you. Okay. That's who this is for. I told you at the end of this, I was going to make you an offer, and that's what I'm going to do now. I want to help you make $5,000 a month, $5,000 a month, on a consistent basis. So it's going to require some learning, right? Some stability, then help you scale that to multiple six figures. So what I'm offering is the foundation of $5,000 on replay. And so what that means is making $5,000 a month steadily trunking along, eventually having your $50,000 year. Now you have the skill set, you have the training, you have the structure, strategy, you know how to sell. So you have all the components, you have all of the pieces. Then you scale. What's happening right now is people are trying to scale before they have the foundation. And so they're like living in a fluke. So what that looks like is they make sales here or there, or they can't do it consistently. Where I want to teach you to do is turn on the faucet so that the flow is steadily coming through. You decide when you want to turn it down or when you turn it up. There is a skill set in this, just like there's a skill set in selling. Okay? I want to help you do that. If you are ready, if you are interested, I'm going to teach you the $5,000 in 50-day process. Super fun. And then you will rinse and repeat $5,000 on replay all the way to $50,000. And then you dial it up. Okay. So what happens is there's a different identity as we move from one stage to the other to the other. So first you have the person who works for someone else, and then they have the great idea, and then they want to take their idea out into the world, and then they want to make money doing it, and then they want to what? Go bigger and make an impact. We all do it. It's just who we are. So what I've done is created a system to help you do that, a process. Anyway, it's going to require some sense of vulnerability, right? Because you'll have to be able to look and be honest with yourself at what's actually happening right now. So that's my offer to you. I want to invite you to come over into the new container that I have made exactly for you. I'm taking a small group through this. Applications are officially open. I will have the application link attached to the bottom of this podcast. Fill it out. If you qualify, I will be happy to take you on and teach you how to start making some money. There are a couple of qualifications. You have to already have a skill set or a training. You have to be actively working on your business. Does that make sense? So this is not for someone who wants to come in to learn how to make up business or learn how to be a coach. This is not what this is for. This is for someone who already has a skill set, some sort of training. It doesn't necessarily have to be a certification. Okay. This particular 5K on replay is about the practitioner or the entrepreneur who wants to step into consistency. Okay. You already have the skill set. I have a whole different program for the person who wants to become that. This is for the person who already has the skill set, is ready to step into the business container and the understanding of sales and how to create stability through structure and strategy and selling skills. All right. The other thing is you'll know if you qualify if you have the skill set, certification, desire to serve, but you don't have the practical business strategy or sales training. It did not come in your licensure or it didn't come in your program. They didn't teach you about making money. You haven't figured out how to get your talent out into the world to help more people. You are not making the amount of money that you want to make, and you are not fulfilled. In other words, your passion to serve is not getting pleased. You're not getting it. You're not doing it. You're not enjoying it because you're constantly thinking about they're not coming. How do I get them to come? I don't know what's happening, right? I'm watching other people do it. I'm trying to do what they do, and I'm just not getting it. This is likely for you. It's all about becoming an entrepreneur. It's a 6-month mindset coaching with business and sales strategy, specifically for people becoming entrepreneur, holistic health coaches, practitioners, hypnotherapists. You are the ones I am speaking to. Anyway, so this is where I come in to help you because I've already done it. I've already helped plenty of other people do it. It's super fun. It's super simple. And I want to help you take the complicate out so we can get more business owners out there. Okay, so that's what I have for you this week. I am excited. I can't even tell you. Like, this feels so playful and fun to me to be able to offer this because I was so caught up, even myself, in this organic marketing compared to automations and emails and like lead pages and Kajabi and all of this crazy stuff. And I was losing money as I would spend my time and focus and attention on it, like trying to make it be all about branding and all about websites and emails. But guys, I have made over $1 million without an email list and website. I'm telling you, you can do this. It's really about service, integrity, commitment, clarity so that your client can find you, confidence so that you know your value and worth, skill set. Are you properly trained? These are really big deals. So you will walk away as a well-trained entrepreneur who is dialed in on their message, their positioning in the market, their offer. You will have a simple funnel in place. You will know how to believe and create on purpose. And you will make money now where you are and have the tools to replay, to repeat it. 5K on replay. Right. Guys, I hope you are all really beautifully growing on the other side of this corona pandemic. I hope your world is looking brighter, more beautiful, more clear. I hope it's helped you really set some things in place and helped you to release other things out of the way. That's what it for sure has done for me. I got really clear on what wasn't working. I was able to prune all of that away. I was spending a lot of time doing things that were not helpful to my business or even to my personal life. And then I created this beautiful, structured morning routine. I want to introduce that to you because it is part of the 5K in 50-day process. I tell you exactly the steps to do, and you will do this. I guarantee you will make your 5K. I guarantee you. And once you do it, then we just kind of tweak what needs to be tweaked and repeat. And then we test it, we assess it, we tweak, we repeat. By the end of the 6 months, you are rolling. Got it? Rolling. Consistently, very grounded. You have a system in place. You know exactly how to do it. And then once you have all of that in place, then you can do the scaling. Then you can do the Facebook ads or the marketing or the Instagram stories and, all of that stuff on automation. So I'm going to teach you the difference between organic and automated funnels and marketing. Anyway, all right. Until next week.
Thanks for listening to this episode of More Than Mindset.